Hello to all of my viewers. Happy New Year and happy first anniversary to my channel, which was last week on the 7th. It's been a pleasure to create all of these videos and I hope you enjoy it. I have lots of hopes for this year. I hope I can reach 1,000 viewers and at least 4,000 watch hours. I'm still not there, but looking forward to it. In this video, I will be showing you how to make the garter stitch on a loom and how to make beautiful uniform edges when you make scarves and blankets. So for the first row, I'm going to use the chain cast on, and from there I'll show you what to do on the next row. So I'm gonna make a small swatch piece to show you these techniques, but you can make it any size you wish for blankets or scarves or any of your other projects where you would like to have clear edges. So to begin, we will be doing the chain cast on, and I will use a crochet hook, or you can do it also by hand. With the crochet hook is a little bit faster. So this is the chain cast on. So the last stitch from the chain cast on goes in the last peg and you tie the yarn a little bit. When I go from left to right, I'll be doing the purl, and when I go the opposite way, I'll be doing the knit stitch. You can put a little stitch markers or use painter's paint and write with a Sharpie, so you have a reminder each time when you go this way or the other way, or just use a Sharpie on your loom, so you remember each time when you go. We're gonna be doing it purl, and this way will be knit stitch, and I'll show you how to do it. Sharpie is removable with rubbing alcohol. I usually use 91% and it's working fine. So this way we are going to be doing the purl stitch first. This is my little ergonomic hook, which I'm going to use for the first time on a project, or maybe a second time. So what you do is you scoop out the yarn from top to bottom, from bottom to top. You take out the stitch of the first peg. First and last pegs, you're not going to knit with the purl stitch. Each time we do the knit stitch, where I will show you how to do it. So when you're purling all the stitches except first and last. So this is my first purl, and tie the yarn a little bit, and then another purl stitch, take out the existing stitch on the bottom and tie it around the peg, and again take that stitch, pull, take the bottom stitch off the peg and tie the yarn. I'll do the same for the rest of the stitches, and except the last stitch, and on the next row I'll show you how we're gonna continue. So after the first chain cast on, we did all of the middle stitches with the purl stitch, and now I'm going to put 2 stitch markers on the beginning and the end of the stitches. And I'll start doing the ear-up knit stitch. My yarn is on the front, on the previous back before the last one, so I'll move it on the back and I'll wrap it around the back like this to do the first stitch, and then I will continue by doing the ear-ups on all the rest of the backs. For the last stitch, I'm going to be moving the yarn to the front, and now wrap it the opposite way, so my yarn is prepared for the next row, which will be a purl row of stitches. So now I will flip all of the stitches, and on the purl row of stitches we are going to skip the first and the last back. So for the purl rows, I start with this and do it this way again. Scoop out yarn from the bottom to the top, take out the bottom stitch from the back and put the new one on and tie it up. Again, the same thing. After a little practice it gets easier and it's not as hard as maybe it looks like right now. And tie the yarn. I'll do the whole row with the same purl stitches, and the next row with the knit stitches, and I will show you in a few more rows how the pattern would look like at the end. So in this row I finished all the purl stitches and my yarn was on the front like this. I'll move it to the back so I can start with the ear-up knit stitches, and I'll wrap all the backs with the ear-up stitch. And for the last one, I'll do the opposite way. I like this, a little bit like figure 8. Now I'm going to flip all the stitches and continue with the pattern for a few more rows. So here is the garter stitch or pattern that I was talking about. You get it by rotating one purl and one knit stitch for the whole pattern. And these are the beautiful clear and uniform edges that you're gonna get if you do it by skipping knitting the edges on a purl row and doing knit stitch only on the knit rows ear up. So now I will show you how to do the chain cast off, chain one cast off or bind off. So you're gonna need your knitting tool to remove the stitches from the loom and a thicker hook if you work with this thickness of yarn. So you're gonna do chain one. You pull the first stitch of the loom, chain one, and then you get the next, put it on the crochet hook, and then again chain one, get the next stitch of the loom, put it on the hook, take it through the previous stitch and chain one, getting the next stitch of my loom. You can do it with your hands, but it's easier with your knitting tool. And then chain one, I'll continue until the end of the row and I'll show you the finished project in a minute. This is the end of the Garder stitch swatch piece that I was knitting, and I wanted to show you how it's gonna look like if you make a scarf or a blanket. See, it's almost like a crochet stitch, nice clean edges, and borders. Thank you for watching. If you like to support my channel, please give a like, subscribe, share, or comment.